As the teams have gathered here, they'll be meeting the middies of Middleburg here in just a moment. And since it is Parents' Night, we have Boyer starting along with Robertson tonight. And Jason Brandel also will get a start, all of these senior boys. Number 41, George Hunter. And finally will be Jim Buffington will be introduced. So the Trojans now looking to get back on the winning track as they have lost 2 games in a row here on a minor skid here now as they lost to Halifax and then to Greenwood in consecutive ball games. So we'll see if we can get back on the winning side here, and we'll be back in just a moment. First time these two teams met up at Middleburg earlier on in the season, the Trojans came away with a 57-34 victory up there at Middleburg, a pretty easy time of it that night. And Middleburg has, on the record I have, a 1-13 record. Their only victory coming over Millersburg, of all people, when they nipped the Indians of Millersburg by 2 points, 60 to 58, I believe that score was. And UDA now is going to try to, as I said, get back on the winning track of things tonight as we take on these Middleburg middies. And Trojans coming in here with a 4-2 record here in the second half. So tip comes back here to Robertson, and these guys have played a whole lot better than the last 2 ball games would indicate. Of course, one of those games against Halifax, and they're pretty darn hard to beat this year. In fact, they're unbeatable. But Greenwood, a very improved ball club too, and that was kind of an upset or a surprise anyway. I know Coach Hain was almost speechless after the game against Greenwood the other night because his Trojans just did not play up to par at all that night and took a shellacking more or less from Greenwood. So they look to avenge that loss tonight against these Middleburg middies as Middleburg, as I said, highest scorer on Middleburg's team is number 23, and he's just a sophomore. He has the ball then, but anyway, and he's just averaging 13 points, a little over 13.6 points a game, something like that. So Middleburg not doing very well this year at all. Their average score per ball game is, I think, 40-some points. I'll find out here at the next whistle, but it's not very high at all. So the Trojans should be able to make some hay here. Jim Buffington for 3. It's good. So senior Jim starts it off as he has so often this year with a big 3-point bucket. And Trojans lead, of course, 3-0. Jim plays exceptionally well from ball game to ball game, and just probably was a little disappointed with his game last week. But overall, he has played well, this senior fella here, and good athlete. Shot from the side, no good. Rebounded in there to Brandel, and they'll spin it back here now. Coach Hain will play these senior fellas for quite a while here, I think, in the opening part of this ball game. Here's George Hunter with a shot. Good. I'm not sure if they introduced George. He's a senior or not? I guess he is. There's a foul called, and we've got 6:14 remaining here in the opening period. UDA up 5-zip, and we'll try to pick up some of these ball players from Middleburg for you. Inbounding the ball over there, number 40, and that is Smith. Smith on the baseline with it, looking for 2, and that wouldn't go. Rebounded underneath, however, there by number 20 or 32. That's that Hassinger, and Hassinger put it home. 5-2. The dump ahead here now as they go inside with it, but a nice jump off here to Buffington, rolling one up from the left side. Good for 2. Jim Buffington puts the score at 7-2. This is Hassinger with it. Goes across the court here now for that shot from outside by 10. No good. Rebounded in there to Hunter, and then he'll lose the ball out of bounds. McClellan inbounding the ball for the middies. Here's 40 taking a jump inside, no good. Rebound comes down under control by Boyer. Back here for Mike Robertson. Robertson playing around the right side, goes up off the glass for 2, no good. Rebounded underneath. Let's see, controlled inside there by Middleburg, as Hassinger bumped that one off someone inside there and gave it back to his team. McClellan over here for Hassinger. This is Smith, number 40. McClellan working it around out in front. They'll swing it over the wing to Smith. There's a dump inside, turnaround shot put up and off the glass, no good. Would come down here to Buffington, and back comes UD. 32 is Hassinger out there. Bingaman is 23. I had those two guys mixed up. Anyway, over the wing it goes for Boyer. Inside here for a shot from outside for three. It's just off the mark. No good. Rebound comes down over there, and Boyer controls it out in front here for Robertson. Near wing over here. Buffington for three. That wouldn't go down that time. And on the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds on the far side. They're going to give it to Middleburg. Hunter, Brandel, and Boyer check out of the ball game now as the Trojans go with their patented starting lineup. Shot from outside by number 23 is good. That's at Bingaman, and he's their top scorer. Here is Lentz into the ball game now. Smith into the corner. He goes with it here, and a foul is going to be called on Hassinger. He'll pick up his first, as UD will not be shooting. It'll be an inbounding ball underneath the bucket. So it's Lentz in there along with Drew Hunter, Josh Smith, Bingaman, and Robertson. Lentz will take it out in front now. Swinging on the other wing for Robertson. Robertson inside for Smith. Smith with a two-point jumper. Good for two. Josh Smith gets 2 points. And we've got a 9-5 ball game. Less than 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. McClellan out in there for Smith. There's McClellan again. Near wing over here he goes with it for Bingaman. McClellan underneath. Now they'll spin it over to wing. Smith back outside looking for three. It's hit and out. No good. Rebounded in there to Smith. Back for Buffington. Jim Buffington swings it over here, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds as Bingaman got a hand on it. McClellan is number 10 for them. Here's a shot from outside for three. Wouldn't go. Rebound tipped around inside and controlled, well, more or less, as Hassinger gets it tied up in there, but it will be blue ball, and that's Middleburg. Here for Bingaman. McClellan with Lentz guarding him. Out here for Smith. Smith fires over on the near side over here. Bingaman goes to take it inside, lost the handle on it, picked up in there by Drew Hunter, and ahead for Robertson. Robertson takes it over in the corner over there for Lentz. Lentz will go on the baseline, push it back outside here for Robertson for two. It's good. Robertson gets one to bounce in there on 3 hops, and it's good. It's 11-5, UD by 6. There's a baseline drive by 45 and a blocking foul called on Josh Smith. McClellan will inbound the ball. 45 is Lauver. He's got it. There's Lauver with it. Back outside here for that Bingaman. Back to McClellan. He's looking for three. There's a little long, and a rebound comes down there to Buffington. And Jim will loop it ahead here now for Robertson. And Mike picking up the dribble over in the wing there for Lentz. Inside nicely for Smith. They bounce it back outside here for Drew Hunter. Drew pushes it back to Smith. Back outside. Here's a shot for three by Lentz is good. Ryan Lentz for three. It's 14-5, and timeout's going to be called by Middleburg. We've got 1:45 left here in a pretty fast-moving first period. It is 14-5, UDA by 9. 22nd timeout called by Middleburg is over, so the Middies will inbound the basketball now. With 1:43 remaining here in the first quarter. Smith for McClellan. And McClellan bouncing it over here now for that Bingaman. Here's Smith. And McClellan taking it inside from the foul line. Tipped away there by Robertson, but get picked up back up by McClellan. And plays it out front to Smith. And what the timeout was for Middleburg. They want to try to get something inside, I think, but so far Trojans have denied them the inside and are just working it around the perimeter and running the clock down. Bingaman there for Smith. Smith for McClellan. Inside he goes now. Turnaround shot by Hassinger wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down to Drew Hunter. Back for Mike Robertson. 53 seconds remaining now. So they ran about half a minute or so off the clock and didn't get anything. Mike Robertson will pick it up. Pushes it over in the corner, but too far. Intended for Josh Smith, but Mike's pass a little bit high and wide for Josh, and so the Trojans do not pick up any extra gain on that one, and Smith has it. There's two Smiths. Now this is Smith for Middleburg, of course. Here's a pass over on the wing. Shot from the side there by Lauber. Wouldn't go, and a rebound comes back off here for Jim Buffington. And Jimbo taking it down court. He would like three, and he has got three. Okay, well, the Trojans tonight are getting them the bounce up there in Gwynn. The other night against Greenwood, they wouldn't do that. But tonight, they're getting a good bounce, and McClellan out in front for Smith. 17-5 is the score. It's 10 seconds remaining here in the period one. Smith didn't take the shot, pushes it over here instead for that Hassinger. They'll swing it around outside. Shot for three, wouldn't go at the buzzer to end the first period here at UD. But it's a good first period for the Trojans as they lead now 17-5 at the end of one. Second period ready to get underway now as the Trojans have the advantage of inbounding, and Lentz with the ball out in front. Near side here for Mike Robertson. Mike back over there for that Ryan Lentz. And Ryan working the ball, but it came loose and picked up in there by Bingaman. And this is McClellan over there for Smith. Smith tries to go inside, tipped away, picked up by George Hunter, and then his pass will be knocked down here by Bingaman, and back comes McClellan. McClellan with it, spinning it out in front. Over the wing he goes with it for Smith. Smith looks inside, and the pass stolen away again here by UD as the Middies just show why they're 1-13 right now. They're proving it. Here's a rebound shot put up by Buffington, wouldn't go. Then George Hunter steals the ball away underneath, and George will go to the line, shooting one to get three. Good hustle underneath there by that George Hunter, who kept going after. The Trojans had a shot in about three putbacks, but they wouldn't go until George finally stole the ball underneath and put it up and in. So he'll be at the line shooting one to get three. Foul was on number 50, Hokenbrough, and Hunter missed his shot, but he did get two for his efforts there, and makes it a 19-5 ball game. There's a pass over the wing, and let's see, captured over there, and he's going to be tackled. No, and the ball rolls out of bounds. They say it went off UD. And that's going to give number 30, Shambaugh, a chance to inbound the ball. So number 30 is Shambaugh. Bingaman into Shambaugh. Shambaugh comes across here to McClellan. McClellan goes inside with it. It's tipped away again, and back with it comes Smith, but this time a travel will be called. Josh got that ball up high and took off before he could get one of those big legs down there, and was called for the walk. 6:52 left here in the first half. 19-5 UD. And in the corner there, Shambaugh right underneath. He'll try to go with it for that Hokenbaugh, and the pass eluded him, and the Middleburg Middies just continue to turn it over on their own end. So it's not bode well for Middleburg. Here's Mike Robertson trying to push it over in the wing. Ball came loose, picked up over there by Buffington, and then here's a shot put up by George Hunter, no good, but the foul will be on Hokenbrough, and George Hunter will go to the line shooting two. Hunter's shooting a pair. His first one is off the front, no good. 42, Dalius into the ball game for Middleburg, and he'll save the ball from going out of bounds and then throw it out of bounds back, well, almost out of bounds, saved in there by George Hunter. Over here for Buffington. Right inside it goes to Smith for two. It's good. Josh, by gosh, got that one to go. And it's now 21-5 as Bingaman brings it up court. 24 over here is Davidson. Into the corner it goes. Dalius pushes it inside. Ball tapped loose. Back with it comes UD. Quickly here for Robertson. And Mike Robertson Push it over there for Lentz. Into the corner it goes for Buffington. Jim Buffington will take it out to the top for Robertson. Mike wanted to do a 3, but in the meantime, we got a foul called underneath. 3-second violation, I beg your pardon. 3-second violation called on UD with 5:49 left here in the first half. So Middleburg coming back with it now as Middleburg, see, they have the plays, but they just don't seem to want to finish them off very well. Here's a ball tapped out of there as Mike Robertson got a hand on that pass from that Davidson. Here's Bingaman. Near side over here for Davidson. Passing it back over there all the way on the wing. Young fellow wants to take it inside, has a man underneath with the ball stolen away by Upperdoffin again. Quickly outletted here for Jim Buffington. Jim for 2. It's good. Nice quick outlet pass there for Jimbo, and Jim did not miss it. 23-5. Middleburg will call timeout. 5:19 left here in the first half, and UD by 18. Nick Huffman, number 54, reports into the ball game for UDA, as does Brett Shadle for the Trojans. They're in there along with George and Drew Hunter. The Hunter boys are in the ball game together now with Shadle and Huffman and Mike Robertson. Here's a pass knocked out of there once again by Nick Huffman, I guess it was. Shambaugh will inbound the ball for Middleburg. Back here for that Bingaman. Bingaman picking up the dribble over there on the wing for Shambaugh. And back to Shambaugh goes. Shot from the wing for 2 is good. 23-7 is the score. 4:55 left here in the first half. This is Shadle working it all the way down over to the baseline for Hunter. Hunter will drop it back here for Robertson. Robertson goes on the baseline. Pushes it right out here for Drew Hunter. Drew for 2. Knocked away nicely in there by that number 42, Dalius. And out of bounds it goes off Middleburg. And so UD will get to inbound the ball. Brett Shadle getting ready to do that. 4:41 left here in the first half. Robertson from the side backs up looking for a long 2. No good. Rebound comes down here. Let's see. It's going to be controlled, and then a foul called on George Hunter as George went into that Davidson. Non-shooting, and Middleburg will inbound the ball. George Hunter picked up his 2nd personal foul. The team's 4th. And so back with it comes Davidson. All right, underneath with a nice pass. A shot put up, no good. But a foul called under there, and that's going to allow number 30 to go to the line and shoot 2. Shambaugh will be at the line, shooting 2. 4:26 left here in the first half, and Shambaugh can get 9 points here if he can get a couple of these to go in. First one went in, so it's 23-8. One more will give Middleburg 9. If he puts this one in, let's see if he can. Yep, 23-9 with 4:26 left here in the first half. Shadle will bring it down court for UD. It's going to be one of those kinds of games where I think everybody got a chance to play. As I mentioned, it is Parents' Night, or perhaps I didn't mention that, but it is. It was in between games. At any rate, here's a nice block inside there by that number 42, Dalius. And I'm telling you, Dalius will be a star of the future here at Middleburg, because he has played well in the junior varsity ball game, which the Middleburg junior varsity took UD, as Hunter puts a nice shot up and in. That's at Drew Hunter. Middleburg JVs, who trailed by as many as 19 points against our JVs, took the Trojans to double overtime and won the ball game, came back and won that game. Shot put in up there by that Shambaugh, and it's 25-11. Shot from outside for 3 by Robertson wouldn't stay down. Drew Hunter has the rebound, and then he is fallen upon as Dalius falls all over Drew Hunter, and so Drew might be shooting. I'm not sure. No, underneath. They say it was during the rebound or whatever it was, and So UD will not get a chance to shoot, as Smith will check back into the ball game, or will he be shooting? No, I don't think so. Ball goes out underneath. Smith checking back in here. He replaced Drew Hunter, so we've got Shadle in there along with Smith, Robertson, Nick Huffman, and Jim Buffington. This is Jim with it. Over in the wing there for Robertson. Out in front, here's Smith. Smith back for Mike Robertson. Mike will hold it up, now dribble in. Pushing it back there for Buffington. Shadle inside here for Nick Huffman. Right across over here for Smith. Smith with one fake, a shot, no good. Rebounded here to Smith. Smith, 14-foot try short. And saved from out of bounds by Nick Huffman in here for Mike Robertson for two. It's good. Well, Nick Huffman made a nice pass in there for that Mike Robertson, and Mike put her home. And McClellan over into the corner. Shot from the side over there looking for three. A little bit long. Rebounded here to Robertson. With 2:50 left here in the first half. Back with it comes Shadle. Shadle bouncing it there on the baseline for Buffington. Brings it back out for Brett Shadle now. Here's Shadle rolling it inside, but out of bounds it goes. It will be midi ball. Shadle and Huffman check out of the ball game. Lentz coming back in there along with George Hunter for UD. There's a pass on the near wing over here. Out of bounds it goes. It was intended for number 45. 2:27 remaining here in the first half. Lauver could not hang on to that pass, and so UD will inbound the ball. It'll be Robertson inbounding here for Lentz. Ryan Lentz coming up court with it for UDA. Ryan pushing it over there for Smith. Right underneath it goes on a nice pass and a nice play. Hunter with a rebound. Back over there for Mike Robertson. Outside, Buffington wants to stay out here and get three. Couldn't do it. Smith for two. It's good. He's fouled. Foul will be on number 32, Hassinger. And to the foul line will go Josh Smith, shooting one to get three. Shot by Smith. In and out. No good. Rebounded down there by that Hassinger, and back with it comes McClellan. McClellan over the wing over there. Shambaugh goes inside with it here, and a push foul called on Josh Smith. Dalius 42, Smith 40 back into the lineup for Middleburg as McClellan gets ready to inbound it here. I think. Yeah, he inbounded it for Smith. Smith gets tangled up out there, rolls it over in the corner for McClellan. And McClellan will drop it back there for that Bingaman. On the baseline it goes, and a blocking foul on George Hunter will be called, and Smith is the man who was blocked. I don't think it'll be any shooting foul unless that's our seventh. I'll check the clock. It is, and so Smith of Middleburg will go to the foul line shooting a 1-and-1. Shadle back into the ball game, replacing George Hunter. Smith checks out too as Nick Huffman comes back in there for UD. This is Smith of Middleburg at the line shooting a 1-and-1 off the front, no good. Rebounded there to Robertson, and Mike will bring it back up court for UD. Over there for that Shadle inside, but it's stolen away, and back with it comes McClellan rather. McClellan pushing it back out here. Bingaman from outside for three, wouldn't go. Rebound tipped around inside, and they're going to call a foul on number 42 of Middleburg. Dalius of Millersburg will pick up the personal foul with 1:29 left here in the first half as Shadle brings it up court. There's Brett working it out in front. Brett still in control, pushing it over there for Nick Huffman. Nick Huffman goes on the baseline with it. Couldn't get in though. Dalius had cut him off, but Buffington with a shot off the glass, no good. Smith with a rebound, and back comes McClellan. Over there for that 23, Bingaman. Bingaman pushing it inside, tapped away in there by Nick Huffman. Here comes Tricky Nick with it. Bouncing it over there for a shot by Buffington. Good for two. Good pass from Nick Huffman to Jim Buffington, and Jimbo finished it off. 31-11 as McClellan will try to bring it up court. He's double teamed here now, but he gets it loose and spins it over here for that Bingaman. Bingaman goes back across court to Smith. Into the corner it goes. Shot from the side, no good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be blue ball. They say it went off Mike Robertson. with 41.7 seconds left here in the first half. 31-11 is the score. McClellan will inbound the ball. Lauber pushing it over in the wing. Shot from the side by McClellan for three. It's good. McClellan has three. 31-14. 27 seconds left here in the first half. Brett Shadle bringing it down court for UD. Into the corner there, Jim Buffington. Now underneath it goes there with a nice pass underneath for Nick Huffman for two, but a nice pass from Lentz to Nick Huffman, and Nick put her home. In the meantime, Smith with a clock down to 8 seconds. Here's Bingaman. Bingaman picks it up back there from McClellan. McClellan over into the corner for Smith. Smith wants three, no good. Rebound, and that'll do it as the buzzer sounds to end the first half of play. And the first half has been a good one for UDA as they have a 33-14 score at halftime. Big lead by those Trojan guys. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Teams are back, as you can see, and we're ready to go with the second half of tonight's ball game against Middleburg. And Middleburg will get to inbound the ball first. Smith of Middleburg inbounds here for that McClellan. And McClellan double teamed out here. Now he's going to have to get it loose, and he did. Over here for Smith eventually. And there's that Bingaman over again to McClellan. Into the corner they go with it. That's Lauber. McClellan here for Smith. Back outside, McClellan's got it. Trojans cut him off as they double team the ball handler, and they're not allowing him to do much with it. Bingaman has it. Bingaman is their sharpshooter, 13 points per game average. And back with it comes UD as Lentz hustles to the bucket, but he's going to call him a walk. Now, I'm telling you, some games that's okay and some games it's not. So tonight they flagged Ryan for doing that. Said he was walking, and so back with it comes those Middleburgers. This is Hassinger pushing it over in the wing there for that Lauber guy. Lauber double teamed, and they'll roll it ahead here now for McClellan. McClellan goes to the hoop for two. It's good. Well, McClellan stuffed that one up and in good. I think he's either a freshman or a sophomore, he's just a young fella out here, a pup. And back comes Lentz with it. Ryan working it out in front, calls out play number 3. Mike Robertson going to the hoop for two, but they're going to call a charge foul on Mike. As they say, Bingaman had his spot picked, and so they say Mike ran over him. So that'll be, or Hassinger rather, here 32. So Mike picks up the personal foul, and we'll find out how many that is for Mike. It's his first, so that's not a problem for Mike. This is Smith with it. Cross court there from McClellan. McClellan will take it back out in court. Robertson and on him. Over in the corner it goes now on the baseline. He's pushed a reverse shot up. No good. Rebound comes down there to Jim Buffington. Quick outlet up here for Mike Robertson. Mike will take it over here on a baseline pass for Lentz, and then it went off Ryan, and it'll be Middleburg inbounding the ball. 33-16. Played a minute and a half here of the third period. McClellan lost the handle, picks it back up. He's double teamed, and now it's going to be tied up in there as George Hunter will tie up McClellan, and on the tie-up it'll be UD ball. So George Hunter doing a good job that time, tying up that young McClellan boy. And back comes Ryan Lentz. Lentz for George Hunter. Inside to Josh Smith. Josh for two off the glass and in good. Josh just banged that one in there very nicely, right off the glass and in. 35-16. 6 minutes remaining here in the third period. Ball loose, picked up and rolled over there for that Hassinger. And Hassinger will take it inside now. Goes to the hoop, looking for two, but a foul underneath. And Hassinger instead will go to the foul line, shooting 2 freebies. Foul was on Josh Smith, his third, so Josh will check out of the ballgame. Now Jason Brandel in there to replace Smith. In the meantime, Hassinger has made his first one, and here's his second try. It is no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled in air by Buffington of UDA. Here comes Jimbo up the court with it, rolling it into the corner here for Lentz. Lentz pushing it back outside. Now back here for Buffington. On the corner, Jim goes with it underneath. They got stuffed inside there, and the ball came loose. And let's see. Going to be tipped back over here for Robertson. Mike goes to put the ball up, but it goes out of bounds. Tipped out of there by the Middleburg. And Lentz will inbound the ball for UDA. 5:33 left here in the third period. 35-17. The score. Here's Robertson for three. No good. Rebound. Let's see. Comes back here for Mike Robertson. He'll push it back out front here now for Jim Buffington. Jim's 18-foot try. No good. Rebound. Let's see. Underneath. They're going to call a tie-up, and this time it's going to be blue ball as Lauver and Robertson tie it up, and it'll go over to Middleburg this time. 35-17. 5:20 left here in the third period. Smith of Middleburg. Across the court there he goes with it. Now back outside there for Bingaman. Lauver with it. Back for Bingaman. He'll spin it here for McClellan. McClellan taking it over on the right side for Smith. Smith does not shoot. Pass inside here. Turnaround shot by Hassinger. No good. And hold everything. We've got a foul called on number 45, Lauver, I believe. Yep, Lauver will pick up the personal foul as he went over the back of Lentz, I believe, to make that attempted steal on the rebound there, whatever. So he picks up his first. Team's first of the second half. UD inbounding here. Mike Robertson. Quiet crowd here. Kids are playing aside of me here on the bleachers. I can hear more of them than I can of the crowd now at this stage of the game. 35-17 for George Hunter. Here's a nice move inside by Lentz for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down here to McClellan. Well, Ryan made everything happen that time except the ball wouldn't cooperate. As the ball comes back here to Smith. Smith across the court with it. Here comes that Bingaman looking for two. No good. Rebounded inside there by Hassinger. He lost the handle on it. He still has more or less control of it. Now it's going to go on the floor. And a foul is going to be called on UD. It's going to be on Mike Robertson. Mike will pick up his second personal foul. And Smith will inbound the ball for Middleburg. Mike Robertson checks out of the game now as Brett Shadle comes in there to replace Mike. This is Bingaman. Near wing over here he goes with it for Hassinger. Right inside is Lauver for two. It's good. So Lauver makes his move inside and puts the shot up and in good. 35-19. Here is Shadle on the wing for a two-point shot by Buffington. A nice bucket there by Jimbo. Here's Bingaman trying to get loose, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Shadle. Davidson into the ball game for Blue. Lauver, turnaround shot short. Rebound, let's see, picked up in there by Brandel. Dropping it back here for Shadle. And back comes Brett with it. Brett taking it down here for Jim Buffington. Jim looking from outside for a long two. No good. Rebound on the far side. Controlled in there by Bingaman of Middleburg. And Bingaman coming up court with it. Over there for that 24, Davidson. His shot wouldn't go. Rebounded there to Lentz. And Lentz will push it over there now for Shadle. 3:15 left here in the third. Shadle on the wing over there for Lentz. Ryan taking it inside, looking for two, wouldn't go, and on the rebound, let's see, fought for it underneath. Lentz picks it up, pushes a shot up, blocked away in there by Hassinger, and then out of bounds it goes, they say, off UD. So with 3:06 left here in the third, it's 37-19 as Nick Huffman checks into the ballgame to replace Buffington. And let's see, Mike Robertson back there to replace Lentz for UD. Here's that Bingaman over in the wing over here for Smith. Smith absolutely does not shoot the shot up. This is Davidson, stolen away nicely as he fired it right in the arms of Mike Robertson. Mike with a pass over there for Nick Huffman. Nick for two. It is good. And Nick will go to the line, shooting one to get three. Nice steal by Mike Robertson, making the play go. Nick Huffman finishing it off. 39-19. The Trojans by 20. And Nick will be shooting one to get three. 2:50 left here in the third period. Trojans on their way to getting back to the win column. Nick's shot good. 40-30 or 40-19. And back with it comes that Bingaman. Near side over here, Smith. Smith wouldn't shoot if he was the only kid on the floor. But instead, he dribbles that one off the leg of George Hunter. George Hunter checks out. Speaking of George Hunter, and brother Drew Hunter coming into the ball game to replace George. As Bingaman pushes it over here for Smith. Smith back here for Bingaman. Bingaman from outside for three. It's good. So Bingaman, who is their top scorer, gets three more, and it's 40-22. Mike Robertson up court with it for UD. Inside to Brandel. Brandel still has control more or less. And it goes over there for Robertson. He'll take it in, puts up a 9-footer, no good. Rebounded in there to Brandel. Pushes it back here for Drew Hunter. His shot wouldn't go. Rebound inside there for Hassinger. He'll drop it back, and up court comes that Bingaman. Near side over here. Here's Hassinger with it, all tied up underneath. Ball came loose, picked up in here by Shadle. Hassinger looking for it, but Shadle gets it away here for Brandel, and then back here for Shadle. Brett across the timeline with it, looking for somebody inside. Drew Hunter right underneath it goes here for Mike Robertson, and Mike is tripped on the baseline. Foul will be on Hassinger, and be none shooting, I suppose, as Mike Robertson went pretty hard to the boards. Or is he shooting? Let's see. No shooting. UD will inbound the ball underneath their own basket instead, and Shadle gets ready to do that. Back over here for Robertson. Robertson for three. It's just off the mark. No good. Rebound comes down inside there to Smith, and he is tied up and fouled up. So back comes Biddies. 20 out here is Weber. He lost it away. Buffington passing it over here for Shadle for two. It's good. But Jim Buffington, a nice pass there to Brett Shadle. Jim probably could have taken that one in. Saw Brett over there, and he said, I'll give Brett one. And he did. Whoop, here's a jump, a tie up, and should be UD ball, and it will be. Shadle and Drew Hunter tying up Smith of Middleburg. We got 1:20 left here in the third period. 42-22, still a 20-point margin for UDA. And back comes Mike Robertson. Here's Robertson picking the dribble up over here for Hunter. Drew looking inside, nothing doing. Gives it to Buffington. Back there for Robertson. Mike near side over here, but stolen away as Smith tapped it out of there. And they're going to say it went off Shadle. And it'll be Middleburg inbounding with 1:01 left here in the third period. Smith inbounding for Bingaman of Middleburg. Bingaman throws it down here, but it's tapped out of there. Drew Hunter anticipating that pass very nicely. Tapped it out of there for UDA. And Smith will inbound the ball. Number 24, Davidson, back into the game to replace Weber for Middleburg. Smith getting ready to inbound. Does so back here now for that 23, Bingaman. And Bingaman double teamed, but throws it ahead here now. And it's going to be stolen away. Back with it comes Buffington. Buffington for two. It's good. Jim Buffington with a nice running layup after the steal. 44-22. The Trojans have doubled them up. Ball tipped, but gathered in there by Lawver. Lawver goes on the baseline with it, looking for two. Shot it up short. Rebounded there to Hunter. We'll bring it down here for a quick pass here for Buffington for two. Wouldn't go. Well, they tried to alley-oop one that time, and Jim's shot just wouldn't go down with 18 seconds remaining here in the third, and a foul will be called on Jim Buffington. Jim reaches in and grabs one, but Jim's having fun in this ball game tonight. You can just see it on his face. Buffington picks up his second personal foul with just 17 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Jim will check out along with Robertson as Nick Huffman and Ryan Lentz come back into the ball game for Coach Hain. There's a ball underneath. I'll spin it back out here now. Dahlia with it, and he goes to force a shot up. No good. Rebounded there to Lentz with 7 seconds. So UD will push it into the corner. Here comes Smith with it. Inside he goes for two. Wouldn't go. Rebounded there to Dahlia. And that's going to do it as the third period comes to an end. The end of three. The Trojans have them doubled up. Now it's 44-22. UDA on top by 22. Fourth period underway now. Middleburg with the advantage of inbounding the ball as McClellan has it. Has it tipped away in there by Smith, and McClellan chases it down. Smith guarding him, pushing it ahead here in a foul is going to be called on Jim Buffington there, as Jim will pick up his third personal. And Shambaugh of Middleburg will inbound the basketball. Does so from McClellan here, back for Shambaugh. Back for McClellan. McClellan underneath on a pass, but stolen away in there by George Hunter. And then they're going to say that we stepped on the end line. And I'll give the ball back to Middleburg. Okay, now Middleburg ready to inbound the basketball. McClellan inbounds it over there for Lauer. Lauer bouncing it back here off the foot of 20 Weber. Weber takes it inside, 15-foot try, short. And the Trojans will just allow that to roll out of bounds. UD ball. Lentz bringing it up court for the Trojans. Picking up the dribble for George Hunter. George. Inside here for Smith. Smith, whoa, wait a minute. Before the shot, we have a push. Push foul called on 42, Dahlia, I believe. Dahlia's third, team's fifth. So Lentz will inbound the ball for UD. Right underneath here for Smith. Smith for two, short. Rebound tipped around, gathered back in by Smith. He goes for another one, he's fouled. This time the foul will be on Dahlia once again, as Smith will go to the line shooting two. Josh Smith with a good effort underneath there that time after he had missed the initial shot. Hung in there, got his own rebound, put it up, and he was fouled. He'll be shooting a pair. Dahlia picked up his fourth as Smith makes his first. Here's Josh getting ready to put the second one up. And in, two nice foul shots by that Josh by Gosh Smith. And UD leads 46-22. Shambaugh with it. Shambaugh taking it inside, looking to go all the way with it, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes back down to Shambaugh, and he forces a second shot up, but we have a foul called. And Shambaugh will go to the line, and he'll be shooting two. Got a foul called on Josh Smith, and then a technical foul called on, technical foul called on Josh. This ref over here called it. Coach Hain wants to have an idea what's going on, but Josh Smith picked up five fouls, his fifth foul.
42 just said it.
And well, I'm not sure what happened, but anyway, 5 fouls, and we have a discussion.
42 just said it. Now 42.
So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Now timeout's going to be called by Coach Hain. He will call time, and when we come back, the Middies will be at the line shooting, and then they will have a technical to shoot. 7:04 left here as Smith fouled out of the ball game for UD. 46-22, and we'll be right back. At any rate, Shambaugh, who was fouled, will be at the line now shooting two. And he may miss the first one. Shambaugh will try to put the second one up here, and he did. So it's 46-23, and now shooting the foul for the technical will be number 24, Davidson. He puts his first shot up and good. This Davidson played junior varsity basketball too here in the first game, and played very well and was pretty accurate from the foul line. He has that quick shot, but stood here and made 2 in the varsity ball game. So it's a 46-25 score now, as Middleburg will inbound the ball, I believe. Are they going to put somebody in first? I think Weber might be coming back in the game, or I'm not sure. We have another discussion this time between the other official and the coach of Middleburg. And they're going to allow Weber to come in to replace number 24, Davidson. And so now we're ready to play. Shambaugh inbounding it here for Weber. Weber picks up the dribble, gets double teamed, and they're going to call a push foul on Jim Buffington. They say Jim leaned in on him a little bit. And so it'll be Jim Buffington picking up his 4th personal foul, I believe it is. Yeah, Jim picks up number 4. And that's going to send number 20, Weber to the line, shooting 2 as the Trojans have 10 fouls here in this second half. The Middies have 5. In fact, the Trojans have more than 10, I guess. But anyway, here's the first shot by Weber. Wouldn't go. So he missed the first one, and he'll try one more. 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. 46-25 the score. Second shot, short, missed everything, and it's going to go over to UD as he missed and didn't hit the rim, I don't believe. So George Hunter will inbound the ball. Trojans send Nick Huffman back into the ball game now. So Robertson out there along with Drew Hunter. This is Lentz with it now. Nick Huffman and who did I miss? Not sure. Oh, George Hunter, I guess. Shot put up, but a foul call before the shot. Maybe we'll see. Foul was on Hassinger, I believe. No, it was on Shambaugh, his second. Mike Robertson at the line shooting 2, made his first one. Hunter checking out of the ball game. Brandel in there for to replace George Hunter for UD. As Mike Robertson missed the second one, ball tipped around, put up in there by Nick Huffman, wouldn't go. And let's see, it's going to be recovered there by Dahlia, and back with it comes that McClellan. Here's McClellan. Bouncing it over here for Shambaugh. McClellan back for Shambaugh. They roll it back for McClellan. Now underneath they go here for Lauber. Lauber for 2, wouldn't go. Rebound controlled in there by Drew Hunter, and he'll push it back here for Mike Robertson. Mike will bring it up court for UD. And we've got a hold foul called on number 20, Weber. Blocking foul on Weber. This foul was on Upper Dauphin. Maybe you can find it on the tape. I sure as heck couldn't. At any rate, McClellan will go to the line shooting 1-1, I guess. I'm not even sure. Or shooting 2 rather. And his first shot, no good. Here's McClellan's second try. It is no good either, and the rebound comes down here to Brandel, who will push it back here for Nick Huffman. Nick coming up court with it, with a head of steam, and lost the handle on it, picked up in there by McClellan, and then it's tied up as McClellan and Lentz tie it up. It will be Upper Dauphin inbounding, as Lentz will inbound the ball. 6:07. Now the rest of the game ran pretty fast. This part here is really taking its time now as we're playing in the 4th period, and been a bunch of fouls in this half. Here's Nick Huffman off the glass for 2, no good. Rebounded inside there. Let's see who's going to control. Controlled in there by Drew Hunter, who fought that one away from Dahlia and put the ball up and in good. Way to go, Drew Hunter. Back with it comes McClellan over here for Shambaugh. And McClellan will take it down to paint. Tries to go underneath with it and rolls it out of bounds past Lauber over there. And Hassinger reporting back into the ball game along with Bingaman and number 50 Hokenbraw. Robertson up court for UD. 5.5 minutes left in this one. Over there for Nick Huffman. Nick here for Robertson. Robertson takes it inside, puts a shot off the glass, no good. Return shot, however, by Drew Hunter wouldn't go, but Drew's fouled. And Drew will go to the line shooting 2. Hassinger of the Middies picked up his 4th as Drew Hunter missed the first one. Drew's second shot wouldn't go down either, and on the rebound we have a tie-up in here as Hokenbraw ties it up with Brandel, and on the tie-up it'll be Middleburg ball. Up court comes Bingaman for the Middies. We're there for Weber. And then back for Bingaman. Weber out in front. Inside they go with it now for Lauber. Back to Weber. Weber has it again. Weber goes to take it inside. Lost the handle on, but picked it right back up again and then threw it over there for Bingaman. Weber's pass that time. He right up to Brandel, I think, and then Weber picked it right back off Jason Brandel, and now they're playing with it out here as Lauber's got it. Lauber tries to take it inside. Brandel again knocked that one loose, and back with it comes Robertson for 2. It's good. Nice pass up court from Shadle, I believe it was, to Mike Robertson. Mike put her home. Bingaman over in the wing there for that Weber. Now Bingaman near side over here for Hassinger. Cross court it goes. Weber to Bingaman out in front. Bingaman takes it inside, puts a shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded in there to Nick Huffman, who went up high to get that one. Nick did. And then the ball's going to be tapped out of bounds as he hit Weber with the pass. And I mean, hit him on the arm or shoulder or something, and out of bounds it went. So it'll be UD inbounding. Jim Buffington will inbound the ball for Huffman. Back for Shadle. Shadle over in the wing it goes for Mike Robertson. Mike steps back looking for three. Oh, just in and out, no good. Jason Brando with a rebound underneath. For Nick Huffman, rolled loose, picked up over there by that Hassinger of Middleburg. He'll go right to the hoop for two, it's good. Well, Hassinger throws one up and in, good for two for Middleburg. On the inbounds pass, it was stolen away, and I missed it while I was showing you Hassinger, but they didn't score anyway, so back with it comes Mike Robertson. Near side over here, Buffington wants three, nope. And the rebound comes down inside there to Bingaman of Middleburg. 3:35 left in the ball game. Bingaman bringing it down court, charges inside, but a foul will be called, I think, on either Shadle or Robertson, we'll see. Brett Shadle picked up the personal foul, and into the ball game goes... Well, looks like the Trojans are taking the shirts off of some of the younger ball players, so some of these guys, Smeltz and someone else, getting ready to come into the game. 3:31 left here in the ball game. The cheerleaders are happy birthdaying somebody. It's been one of those kind of games. Oh, there it is. That's the young lady that had the birthday. All right. They're going to happy birthday everybody in the crowd now. Now the Trojans send out number 14 Boyer and number 30 Wenzel into the ball game, along with number 21 Smeltz. Number 55 is Brandel, and number 10 Shadle. So that's your lineup now with 3.5 minutes remaining here in this ball game against Middleburg. As to the line goes that Bingaman, and his first shot is good. 51-28, and Bingaman will shoot one more. His second try is no good. A rebound comes down there to that number 50 Hokenbra, and his shot wouldn't go. Rebounded by Wenzel. And back comes Shadle. Shadle working it around out in front, picks up that dribble over here for Boyer. Into the corner it goes now for Wenzel. Wenzel back for Boyer. Boyer out in front here for Smeltz. Smeltz for Shadle. Bounces it there for Brandel. Brandel back for Shadle. They want to look for something happening underneath. Shadle will take it in himself. Puts it one off the glass. Good for two. A nice bucket by that Brett Shadle for two. It's 53-28. Whoop. Ball loose over there and out of the hands of Hackenberg. Davidson into the ball game. He'll inbound the ball back here for Hackenberg. It's a shot put up by Davidson, no good. Rebounded in there to Wenzel. And back come the Trojans now. Shadle with 2:30 left here in the ball game. Smeltz bounces it on the baseline. Wenzel turnaround shot is no good. And let's see. Ball comes back out here though, controlled by Brett Shadle. Here's a shot from the side for three by Smeltz that wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down in there to Davidson. He'll start it back up court for Middleburg. Davidson over in the wing there, Hackenberg. Back for a shot from outside by Davidson for three. It's good. Nothing but net on that one for that young Davidson boy. 53-31, under 2 minutes to play now, just under 2 minutes. Shadle with it, pushing it over there for Smeltz. Here's a shot from outside by Boyer. It is in and out, wouldn't stay down. The crowd goes, oh. And Hokenbra ties it up underneath with Wenzel. And on the tie-up, it will be UD ball. We've got 1:47 left in this one. 53-31 the score. As Jensen comes in. This is Casper Jensen, number 44, into the lineup for UDA. And they inbound it here now for Smeltz, here for Jensen. You know, underneath here, Wenzel's got it on the baseline for two. It's good. A nice pass inside for Wenzel, and Wenzel finished it off very nicely for UDA. 55-31. Over in the corner there for Hackenberg. Shot from outside for 3. Just off the mark that time, and a rebound comes down here, and they're going to play it in as Weber tried to save it in bounds but could not. So with 1:26 left, Wenzel will inbound the ball for Smeltz. Or Shadle, rather. I beg your pardon. Here's Shadle with it. Bouncing over there and off the fingertips of Boyer and out of bounds this one goes. So it'll be Hockenbrau inbounding the ball for that Davidson. Davidson over in the wing. Here's Weber picking up the dribble. Cross court he came with it, but it was picked off in there on a partially blocked pass. Ahead quickly here for Shadle for 2. It's good. Brett will go to the line, shooting 1 to get 3 as Weber came up and fouled Brett as he was putting that one up. So with exactly 1 minute, 1 second remaining here, Shadle will go to the line shooting 2, and he'll be getting the Trojans awful close to 60 points if he puts these in, and we'd have 59. So let's see if Brett can do it. His shot no good. Oh, he only shooting 1. That's right. He did get 2 out of that. Sorry about that. Wenzel with the rebound over there for Casper Jensen for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebounded inside there though by Boyer. Wouldn't go. Follow-up shot by Jensen wouldn't go. And then we have a foul called on Boyer. Foul will be on Boyer. And that will send Hassinger to the line for Middleburg, and he will be shooting 2. His first one's good. 57-32, 57-33. 2 good foul shots by that young midi. And back comes Smeltz for UDA. Over there for that Boyer. Boyer for 3. Just off the mark, and the rebound tipped up in the air, and down it goes. And who's got it? It's going to be recovered on the floor by Hassinger. He's okay, he says. A ref checks with him. He says he's all right. So on a tie-up, it'll be Hockenbrau inbounding the ball for Middleburg with 32 seconds left in this one. Trojans back on the win column tonight with a convincing victory over Middleburg. As Hassinger will take it inside, put this shot up, but we got a foul call, and might be before the shot. We'll see. Shot was good. Foul was on Jensen, his first, and Hassinger to the line shooting 1 because the bucket was good, so he'll shoot 1. First shot, good. 36-57, 57-36, 23 seconds remaining, and the Trojans will count this one down and stick it in the books as a W. Into the corner, shot from the side by Boyer for 3. Wouldn't go, rebounded in here to Wenzel. Pushing it back over as they swing it there for Boyer. Boyer goes on the baseline, but picked up in there by Hockenbrau with just 7 or 6 seconds remaining. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. History. Shot's good if it goes, wouldn't go. And so that ends the ball game. The final score is UDA 57 and the guests from Middleburg 36. The Trojans getting on the board early and staying there tonight as they romp over these guys by 21 points. So that puts them back in the win column, and congratulations for Coach Hain and all these young fellas doing a good job tonight against these hapless Middleburg middies, and we'll catch them out next time here on Tuesday, wherever they might be. See you then. Good night from UDA.